Assalamu alaikum, dear brothers and sisters. Before starting the video, if you are new here, please support and subscribe to my channel. Let's start with the name of Allah, the most gracious and most merciful. Throughout history, brilliant minds like Leonardo da Vinci, the mathematician Kepler, and many other great thinkers were fascinated by a mysterious number known as the golden ratio. But imagine their astonishment if they had known about its profound connection to the Kaaba and the Qur'an. This secret has the power to change how we see the world, a mysterious number that invites deep reflection about life, the universe, and the divine patterns created by Allah. It's a miracle that could reshape our understanding of history. The Kaaba, located in the center of the earth, aligns perfectly with the golden ratio. This surprising fact has even left scientists stunned. The connection between this mathematical mystery, the Quran, and the Kaaba is truly extraordinary. And you'll be amazed too. Even natural forces like powerful earthquakes or shifting continents haven't disrupted this perfect ratio. The golden ratio, long regarded as one of the most fascinating numbers in mathematics, was admired by Da Vinci and Luca Pacioli, who referred to it as the divine proportion. Da Vinci even created a tool to measure it and incorporated it into his artworks to achieve visual harmony and beauty. Johannes Kepler, who revealed the elliptical paths of planets, also revered this ratio. From nature's symmetry to the structure of living beings, the golden ratio appears everywhere, in plants, animals, reflections of light, and the grand design of the cosmos. It's a blueprint written into creation. In 1989, Professor Paul Davies found that the spinning of black holes reflects the golden ratio in their heat and energy flow. Thousands of scholarly articles and books have explored how this number appears in both science and art. Today, designers use the golden ratio in modern creations, from widescreen TVs and credit cards to architecture and branding, because it naturally appeals to the human eye. Fibonacci, a brilliant mathematician who learned from Muslim scholars, introduced a number pattern starting with 1 that eventually forms the golden ratio, signifying that all creation begins from a single origin. The secret of the number 1. In Arabic, the number 1 is called Wahid, one of the sacred names of Allah mentioned in the Quran. Interestingly, when fractions of 1 are arranged in a specific way, they lead directly to the golden ratio, highlighting a divine connection. When we follow the infinite pattern of square roots, the number 1 continues to produce this ratio. To square the golden ratio, just add 1. To find its reciprocal, subtract 1. No other number behaves like this, making the golden ratio truly one of a kind. The golden ratio in Earth and Moon design. This same ratio is present in the layout of the Earth and the Moon. When the Earth's radius is treated as one unit, and you place the Earth and Moon together, the distance between their centers and one side of the triangle they form both reflect the golden ratio. Golden ratio and beauty. A 25-year study on human beauty concluded that faces and bodies aligned with the golden ratio were universally seen as more attractive. Even slight deviations from the ratio made features appear less balanced. This pattern seems hardwired into human nature. It influences our sense of beauty, even inspiring emotional connections. When someone's features feel off, it's often because they stray from this divine proportion, a hidden code that defines beauty, harmony, and love. 1.618, a number created by Al-Wahid, the One. Where is the golden ratio point on Earth? Is it in Rome, Paris, New York? None of these. According to the Qur'an, it lies in Makkah, the mother of cities, the holiest place on Earth. The distance from Makkah to both the North and South poles gives us the golden ratio, 1.618. Even the ratio of Makkah to the South Pole, against the full span between both poles, equals this exact number. And it doesn't stop there. Using the global latitude and longitude system, the golden ratio point still falls right in Makkah. Even the distance from Makkah to where days begin and end, on the east and west solstice lines, reflects this perfect ratio. Despite Earth's irregular shape and geological changes, this golden point never moves outside the sacred land surrounding the Kaaba. Among thousands of cities across the globe, why is it Makkah that holds this ratio? It's no coincidence that Makkah sits in the upper, eastern part of Earth's map positions that are often symbolically associated with goodness and divine order. Allah placed Prophet Adam in the most beautiful place on earth. He breathed from his spirit into the human soul, and he made us naturally love the golden ratio. This shows that the Creator also loves the golden ratio and designed his most special creations with it. And this is not only true when measured by the distances from the North and South poles. Even with the modern latitude and longitude system, created by Western countries in 1884 and still used by GPS today, the golden ratio point still falls inside Makkah. This reveals a profound truth. Even the maps and lines made by human hands cannot go beyond divine planning and destiny. This clear connection between Makkah and the golden ratio is proof that this harmony was placed by the Creator of the universe himself. There is a verse in the Qur'an that contains 47 letters. When we divide this number by the golden ratio, 1.618, we get 29. 47 divided by 1.618 equals 29. And from the start of that verse to the word Makkah, there are exactly 29 letters. Just like the world map, if there were even one letter more or less, the ratio wouldn't match. There was no manipulation. We simply counted the letters and found a perfect match that points to Makkah and the golden ratio. All of these signs show that the Creator of the earth and mathematics, Allah, is also the one who chose the place of the Kaaba and the holy city. He is the one true God. Through these miracles, He gives signs to the future and reminds all of humanity through their shared awareness. If the Kaaba was originally designed with the golden ratio in mind, then why does it appear as a cube today, rather than a rectangle in perfect harmony? To answer that, we have to look deep into history. The Prophet Ibrahim, peace be upon him, and his son Ismail, peace be upon him, rebuilt the Kaaba following divine instructions, based on the original foundation that traces back to the time of the first human. That ancient foundation included a semicircular section we now call the Hatim. In truth, the Hatim was originally part of the Kaaba's structure. However, before the time of revelation to the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, a renovation, limited by resources, left out the Hatim. The Kaaba was rebuilt as a cube. But when we include the Hatim in the layout, the Kaaba's base measures approximately 13.1 meters in width and 21.2 meters in length. That gives us a ratio of 1.618, the golden ratio. This means the original design, assisted by angels, aligned perfectly with this divine proportion. Interestingly, the numbers 13 and 21 are also consecutive in the Fibonacci sequence, further reinforcing the idea of harmony embedded in the Kaaba's design. Even more fascinating, historical records say the walls built by Ibrahim and Ismail were made of stacked stones without any binding material. One wall had around 38 layers, another had 20. The ratio between these two, 38 to 20, again gives us the golden ratio. So why was part of the Kaaba left out? Why would Allah allow its shape to be altered? At the time, only the rich and elite were permitted inside the Kaaba. The poor were excluded. But today, anyone can pray in the Hatim area, which is, spiritually, still inside the Kaaba. This change allowed everyone, regardless of wealth or status, to access the sanctity of the sacred space, a divine wisdom behind what seemed like a loss in structure. Now here's another awe-inspiring sign. From the Qur'an itself, there are 114 chapters in the Qur'an. The Kaaba's exact geographic location is 21 degrees, 25 minutes north latitude. That converts to 21.42 in decimal form. Now consider this. The very first verse to mention the Kaaba is found in Surah 2, verse 125. Remember when we made the Kaaba a place of gathering and safety for people. Qur'an 2:125. This matches the Kaaba's coordinates, 21.25, with uncanny precision. Still not convinced? Look at Surah 2, verse 142. Some foolish people will ask, what turned them away from the direction they used to face in prayer? Say, to Allah belong the east and the west. He guides whom He wills to the straight path. Again, the number 142, so close to 21.42, matches the golden ratio coordinate of the Kaaba. Are these just coincidences? Or are they signs pointing to a deeper truth written into both the earth and the Qur'an? There's something uniquely beautiful about the number 1.618. It's endless. Its digits never repeat, and its pattern can't be predicted. It's the mathematical fingerprint of beauty, balance, and mystery. And in the Qur'an, there's a verse that reflects this same idea. If you try to count the blessings of Allah, you can never count them. Indeed, Allah is most forgiving, most merciful. Surah 16:18. Now here's the astonishing part. If you examine that verse letter by letter, the 33rd letter falls at the very center of the word Allah, placing the golden ratio point of the verse right on His name. This isn't just mathematics. It's a spiritual sign, a blend of divine revelation and perfect design. Thank you for watching my video. Don't forget to subscribe and turn on the notifications to stay updated. Allah bless you all.